We're now joined live from our Nairobi studios by Dr. Adams Oloo, a lecturer in the Department of Political Science at the University of Nairobi and the author of China and India Engagement in Africa, a critical analysis. Dr. Oloo, thank you so much for your time. Now, of course, the Chinese president has pledged $2 billion to support South-South cooperation. Just tell us, is that quite significant in terms of helping developing countries?
Well, exactly. Any contribution towards South-South cooperation is usually something that should be taken on board positively. Remember that there can be either a North-South cooperation or there can be a South-South cooperation. By China offering $2 billion, basically it is putting itself at the pivot of ensuring that in terms of Africa aligning itself to the global community, it shall be looking south more than north. And therefore, given that right now we don't have a bipolar system in which alliances are pegged on either security alliances, but rather on economic purposes, then you can look at it that China is basically endearing itself to the African community.
Now, Dr. Oloo, of course, Africa as a continent has obviously received tremendous help from the Chinese government in recent years. Just tell us, though, how this new development might deepen ties between Africa and China.
Well, you have to look at it from the perspective that at times China has been accused of helping Africa in what you can call big projects which don't have an immediate direct bearing on African countries. For example, they have been building roads, telecommunications, basically infrastructural issues, and have been a little bit not very proactive in the areas of food subsidy, and also you can talk of disease eradication such as HIV/AIDS program and so on that have bedeviled Africa. Maybe this is China's way of saying that apart from the big industrial action that they have been supporting African countries with building railway lines or building stadiums or building policies for presidents, they are basically now saying that we are going to pump money into an economy that is going to have a direct trickle effect into the masses in Africa, so that it will not be just a relation based on the leaderships, but also involving the peoples.
Well, let's just turn our attention briefly, Dr. Oloo, to, of course, the UN meeting that is taking place. Just what other important issues do we expect to hear from leaders as they commemorate the 70th anniversary of the UN's founding?
Well, basically, you'll remember that the UN basically came into place as a result of the end of the Cold War, and basically after the first global organization, in this case the League of Nations, basically collapsed after the Second World War. And basically one of the key issues that the UN sought to address was security, and the other one was basically to expand the horizon of cooperation from what you can call development that led to the creation of the United Nations Development Program. You have the United Nations Environmental Program. You have the Declaration of Political and Civil and Economic Rights. So basically, in this 70th anniversary, it is ranging from what you can call hard issues as well as soft issues. And I think that from that perspective, and especially the fact that the president of China is there, if you look at it from a superpower or a powerful nation relation, then it will range from activities that are occurring in the South China Sea, but it will also be on economic issues, given that most businesses look to China as the big marketplace, and also on human rights issues, given that most African countries have questioned the neutrality of the ICC. So I think it is going to be a mixed bag, ranging from both what you can call hard issues and soft issues.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for that analysis, Dr. Adams Oloo, joining us here in our Nairobi studio.